everybody. It's amazing. We only got 2 flights in one day. We're doing an awful lot today with everything, and I'm gonna push it tonight to try to get another flight in. So, this is a continuation of my around the USA flights. I've basically planned it all out, sky vector. I'm gonna go around the perimeter of the United States. Last year I went a little more directly over the Rockies and stuff to go west, and I did an around the USA flight. But probably gotta take me into the fall now. But we're gonna keep going with these things and seeing what we can do. So yeah. And today we're gonna fly from Baton Rouge to Lake Charles, Louisiana. I ended up in Baton Rouge a little earlier today on an earlier stream. It should take us an hour and 4 minutes to get there, and it's just a straight shot over. However, we're gonna have more difficulties because there's more storms in the area. So, we're just going to go for it, though, because if I keep waiting on these flights, I'll never get the flights done. Here's where we're leaving from, Baton Rouge. Here's where we're going, and there are storms in the middle. It just has to pop up again. Give it a second. They're there. You can hear them on the simulator, too. Yeah, there they are. So, yeah, we're going to do our best to mitigate those storms and get there in a VFR condition. Notice that I'm laughing. Alright, today's earlier flight, it got pretty bad over here near New Orleans, right about here. And I weathered the storm over there, literally. So we're just going to go for it again and see what we can do. No air traffic control right now tonight. That's fine. I am more about getting through the flights and doing them. So without further ado, let's get the plane started, and we'll get going here. Alright, seats, track, back, lock, avionics are off, autopilot's off, carb heat is off. I have to double check that because it always goes on after I hit a certain thing on SPAD. That looks good. Okay, let me make sure SPAD's kind of working. That's the interface for all the Saitek and Logitech panels. And it seems to be doing fine. Alright, good. Beacon on. Mixture full rich. Right there, see it. As soon as I flip the switch, it went on again. It's just bad. Alright, throttle slight. Prime, we're gonna hit 2 shots of prime. It's been a couple hours since we last flew this thing. And brakes are set. Clear prop. Master on, mags start. Alright, we're starting. Oil pressure would be in the green in real life, but it's the Coronado. Maybe the last couple times I get to say that due to Flight Simulator 2020 coming out on Tuesday. And I got the, whatever the most expensive ones, the deluxe ones for all the aircraft, so we'll try them out. Hopefully streaming on Tuesday. Even my son wants to try, so we'll see what we can do. Lights as required, make sure it's required. Seatbelt harnesses, flaps are up. Pre-flight they'd be down to check the flaps. Heat vent defrost, we're in Louisiana. I'm just putting the cabin air on, but again, I also get that temperature check, and it's about 80 degrees right now. I did make this a daytime flight, even though it's nighttime, but I wanted to have a little more visuals on the way there. Transponders already, oh wait, no. Avionics on, transponder on. And we'll get the ADDONS. Go back to my plan. ADDONS is 125.2, it's still in there. Tango.
Ryan, airport information, Tango. Jude 1, Jude 5, Zillow. Wind calm. Visibility 15. Sky conditions clear. Temperature Jude 6. Dew point Jude 4. Altimeter Jude 993. ILS. Runway 13 in use. Landing.
So as you can see, it's pretty nice weather here, but those storms, we'll see what happens. So, alright, they said runway 13, which we will follow because the winds are calm. We are currently at the east ramp, generally used for parking. So, 1-3 is a straight shot down Foxtrot, all the way down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get out of here, go on Foxtrot, and make our way down. Now, the airport diagram is a little off with the GPS here, but I'm pretty sure it's the simulator because this is the default scenery. And Lake Charles is going to have default scenery too. There's not much I can do. There's not much out there for scenery for these airports, and I don't have the willpower nor time to make my own. So, alright, with that, let's make sure I got my checklist done. Altimeter set, radio test. We could still probably maybe get someone. We'll see. Batsim Unicom says a 9 Echo Foxtrot radio check, please. Or maybe not. Alright, well, we'll just pretend we tested it. Usually there'd be someone on the airport that could do the test if we can't get anyone. Alright, taxi light is required. We're going to put the landing taxi light on now. And that's good. Alright, with that, I'll get my... Oh, well, I didn't want that. Give me a second. See, I'm trying to get my stopwatch to be, like, on point this time, because I always forget it. So, let's try that again. Alright, it's ready to go. And we're going to go again to runway 13. So here we go. Here's Foxtrot. Okay. It's amazing that earlier today there were storms all around Baton Rouge and now it's like clear. It's almost like New England. I once again want to thank Jet Pilot Cinnamon for being my first tipper of all time. Very much appreciated there. Not requested, not required, but very much appreciated. That's going to go on the flying fund. So, alright, here we have Foxtrot and Baton Rouge traffic, Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot, crossing runway 4 right, 22 left at Foxtrot, Baton Rouge. Okay, here we go. This should be a entertaining flight. Baton Rouge traffic, Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot, crossing runway 4 left, 22 right at Foxtrot, Baton Rouge. Right when I first started working on comms, I used to call it 22, 59, all the time. So, alright. Now that's Alpha. So obviously this was not correct with the airport diagram. So I'm going to take a left, because that's what 3 should kind of be. And we'll figure this out. In the real world, I would have just gone down Foxtrot, so I guess that wasn't in here back then. And if I have to, I'll cross over to Bravo and go all the way down. Well, that's interesting. They must have had that on after this. Baton Rouge traffic, Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot, crossing runway 3113 at Alpha, Baton Rouge. Good. Alright. Gotta love it. Alright, Bravo's my next right. And I believe this is Bravo. This is paralleling the runway, right? Better be. I'm a little confused due to the outdatedness of the taxiways here. What does it say over here? It says Bravo, so I chose right. Awesome. Be a pretty busy airport in the real world, but we have all the traffic turned off so that we only see multiplayer with that sim. The only thing I see on Fantastic right now is I see an American Airlines flight to the northwest of me, so, but it's pretty far out, so. I don't know about those storms. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a problem, but I gotta get these flights going. All those beeps are the Discord from the Virtual USA Flying Club, an excellent organization to join. I have a link below in Twitch if you want to join. And if you can read when that Virtual USA Flying Club comes up, it's on Discord. Discord address is there as well, so. Alright, we're going to have to do a run up here, so let's do that now. I'll get my checklist out. There we go. Probably going to have to turn into the wind because it's calm, but we're going to do it anyway, so I'm just used to doing that. Alright, with that, checklist. Run up, brakes are set. They are. Fuel set to both, it is. Trim set for takeoff. And I'm glad I'm checking that because the USB thing is going out of whack again. Another thing I have a problem with SPAD, but it works after you do that. Just has to find it. Flight controls. In, right, left, out, in, box, done. And instruments, turn clear is in the middle. No flag. Heading was good last time I checked. It looks good now. Alright, vertical speed looks good. Altimeter's about right. If I remember, it's like 70 feet MSL. Horizon looks good. Airspeed looks good. Mixture, best power. We'll leave it in. Primer, I would check that by yanking on it in real life, but you can't really do that here. Alright, let's check the mags. 1700. Good. Right mag. We don't want that RPM to drop more than 125. Back to both. Left. Back to both. Mags are good. Carb heat on. That should drop slightly, and it does. Alright, amps are vacuum looks good. Amps would be charging slightly if this gauge worked. Oil pressure, oil temperature is in the green. Idling. Good. Carb heat off. Back to 1,000. Talk about briefing when we get up to the whole short line here, so. If there's a problem, I'll do it while we go. There's a problem on the takeoff roll and there's nothing below runway ahead of us. We will report takeoff land directly ahead on the runway. If we are under, let's say, 800 feet, there's a problem with mechanical emergency or otherwise, or under 800 feet, we will land directly ahead no more than 30-degree turn, specified speed of 65. If we are above 800 feet and there's a problem with mechanical emergency or otherwise, we will take a turn. We'll see the airport diagram so we can get maximum landing here. To the left and land downwind on the taxiway, the grass, the runway, whatever's available to us, best glide speed of 65. Alright, any last prayers? Do them now. Yeah. Alright, no one on downwind, no one on base, no one on final. Might have been a right pattern, but I haven't heard anyone. Just can't remember which one's right and left. I have to check the chart something, which I don't feel like doing, so we're good. Alright. Baton Rouge traffic, Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot, departing runway 13, departure to the west, Baton Rouge. And we're good, still on VATSIM Unicom. Let's take the runway strobes go on at this time. I'll also put on the nav lights, pretend that the ADDSB is hooked up to that, but it doesn't have to put them on. Usually only need them when it gets dark, but some ADSBs are hooked up to the nav lights, so sometimes you don't have a choice which one ADSB on. So I just pretend that that's the case here. Alright. In the middle, on the floor, stopwatch started, and here we go. I eventually have to get to a magnetic course of 257 to be on course. So, that's what I calculated anyways. Rotate. Here we go. Alright, we'll get to about 1,100, then we'll take a turn to the... Now I need to know if it's left or right. Oh, runway 13, what is it? It says 15, no, that's not the rail, that's Lake Charles. Why is this so difficult? 13 is a left pattern, so we'll take a left out of here. I got some haze out there in the distance, so we'll see. You gotta make this happen. This wouldn't be done in the real world, obviously, because I wouldn't put myself in harm's way, but we're on the sim, like I said earlier today. So let's just get it done. Okay, clear on the left. Here we go, taking a left. Oh, wait, right, turn out of it. Also 45 degrees, standard departure. Keep climbing here. We're above the turboprop traffic pattern, so we will take a turn to the left again. And again, that was Mishko right. Give me a sec here. Now we'll go right to 257. Clear on the right. We're going to try to get to 6,500, and that's because there's some scattered clouds below. I like to be above them this time, so maybe I can get above the storm a little bit. We shall see. That is Baton Rouge. Come on, the turn. 257. See how we are on the flight path here. Oh, not bad. We're paralleling what I originally planned. Trim it down a little bit. And we'll keep climbing as long as it'll let me climb. So, there's Baton Rouge Airport. Goodbye, Baton Rouge. We're looking pretty good. Pretty good. That is the Mississippi River right there in front of us. Which makes its way all the way to New Orleans and out to sea in the Gulf of Mexico. So, alright, looking pretty good. We're over 3,000. We'll start leaning the mixture slightly. still out there. And we'll keep climbing for 6,500. They're those clouds I'm talking about, so we'll see what happens. Oh no! Oh yeah. Awesome. Thanks, man. Thank you for the raid. Hopefully this doesn't get as interesting as earlier today, but it might with the small storms in the middle. So, and let me know what you think about that XSplit VCam there, because I'm trying it out, but I think I want to get a real green screen, have the same type of background, so I kind of like it. So, Agent B7, Bravo 7, thank you very much for your following. Always appreciate it. And, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, can see that. Well, greatly appreciate it, everybody. Kenny Monster, thank you for your following as well. And we'll see if we can get above these clouds here. 6,500. So, on our way to Lake Charles, Louisiana. I've never heard of Lake Charles, Louisiana, nor have I been there, so. But we'll see what happens. Well, thank you for coming in today. So, look forward to viewing more flights between all. The flight sim community is very much alive on Twitch, as I found out. So I've been paying attention to more streams. But Jet Pilot Cinnamon, you are probably the first one I looked at that made me decide to get into Twitch. So thank you. And for my Eric Flight YouTube subscribers, we're streaming to you at the same time. So if you're following me on YouTube, that's greatly appreciated as well. Alright, 6,500, we'll trim it out. And we shall see what's going on, but looks like on course first checkpoint should be Rosedale Grosse Tete, which means big head, I believe, in French. And those are 2 checkpoints along the route, visual checkpoints on the sectional. So we'll see how those clouds fare. And pray for not bad storms up ahead, but it's looking pretty gnarly out there in between. So we shall see. I'll give you an update on where we are with those storms. Oh, boy. Where am I? Similar doesn't have me on there yet for some reason, but that's okay. It's cool. Oh, there I am. Alright, got a little hit in there. We just crossed the Mississippi. And that's the Mississippi. And these are the storms I'm talking about. Lake Charles is down here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, boy. I might be old school. I might even try a flight after this. I haven't committed to that yet, but In the old days, I'd fly like 3 legs, no problem. Now that we have a little older, family and everything. But yeah, I actually got on here for the second time. Imagine that, Rob. It's amazing. Kids are in bed. The wife, you know, the wife's kind of in her own place right now, so we're good. We're good. And it seems like at night we're more active anyways, so I like to get up here on nights sometimes, evenings, get more people involved, so. Besides, I hit Texas. That might mean I'm not halfway there. I'm a quarter of the way there around the United States at that point. So, give you guys a picture of what I'm looking at here. So let me load it up while I also level out. Two. All right. So, this is the master plan. We started out in Plymouth, where I fly out of in real life, and we went down the whole East Coast, around Florida's perimeter, all about the perimeter here. I had to move around that because I was restricted airspace, heavy military operations at all times, and now we're down here, and we're going to make it to Lake Charles. So I still have quite a way to go, but we're trying to knock them out as much as I can, so we shall see what I can do. I'm probably going to go into fall, but last year, I think I finished around October, so, oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying some new things here. So, that VCAM, the reason why you see the watermark is because I'm just trying it out. It's the trial. You have to pay like $40 if you want it for life, and I mean, it works great tonight. It didn't work that great yesterday, so I decided just to get a green screen, and I'll probably do the same thing with the green screen. So, I have a big green screen, which is a pain in the butt to set up, so I went with this nice foldable one that fits onto a lighting stand. Oh, great! I'll tell you what, Rob, I'll let you know when I hit Ohio. You know, I actually liked Ohio when I went and visited real life. I went to Columbus again. This is back 2003 when I was in better shape and could actually run without my knees hurting, but I played soccer at Columbus Crew Stadium, because I won this, I don't know if it was a raffle, I think it was a fundraiser for juvenile diabetes, because the coach of the Columbus Crew back then, his son had diabetes, so he ran a fundraiser, and I won the Taylor Twellman jersey, and I went out to Columbus, Ohio to play soccer and get the jersey with my drummer at the time. It was a good time. So, man, I can only imagine. I'm trying to not have any surgeries, but whenever I jog now, I can feel it, and they say I have a little touch of arthritis now that I'm in my 40s, so it's all good. That's why I ride the bike now, and I gotta be honest with you, the bike, I haven't had any problems. Even after that 40 miles I did on Tuesday, it feels really good to get my leg muscles back, so. Alright, well, we seem to be pretty good here. And that e-bike serves different purposes because, again, I go and put the folding e-bike in the plane and take it places. Supposed to go to Martha's Vineyard today, but the weather didn't cooperate, so. But we will try again on Monday. Monday when I fly in the 172P. So, should be good. Alright, we're right on course now. So we'll try that 259 heading. The flight that I streamed earlier today, that was a lot like the New York stream that I did a long time ago at the beginning of these flights. Heavy turbulence, updrafts, downdrafts. It was fun. So if you want to check that out, my YouTube channel keeps them archived forever, but also you can check it out on Twitch too. So, good time. Take a look outside. Yep. And it's not much to see. We
I
did
can
get
learn
to
to understand you much better if I can get
Uh-oh.
familiar with the way you talk.
Uh-oh.
I need your...
I didn't ask for katana there. What the heck is that all about? First checkpoint should have been 14 minutes. I would say it was more like 12. Oh. So I'll mark that down. Enjoy the scenery while I do this. Alright, the next one should be Henderson. Which I think is another visual checkpoint. Yeah, it is. Right near a big lake. In fact, it might be that lake in the distance. Or something like it. Out here. That might be my next checkpoint. So we should get there in a total of 22 minutes. It's probably about 6.5 minutes. So it looks like we're on course here. And with proper times. Pretty nice scenery here. We're passing the town of Rosedale. Behind us. Actually, that's not Rosedale. Rosedale would be over here on that road. And Grosset, which means big head or fat head, so in French. Well, I'm glad you like the background because it took me a while to make. Because what I did, I had to take a screenshot, crop it just the right way, get rid of the windows, and then I basically ran like a video behind it. So I have a daytime and a nighttime version. It's pretty sweet. Took me a long time though. Again, I like being creative, so. I know you missed the fish tanks too behind me, but you know. And I'm way too high. Actually, I'm too low. Too low. Alright. No autopilot on here. We're just gonna fly it by hand the whole way. Of course, when Flight Sim 2020 comes out and I have to choose different aircraft and don't have any custom paints yet, you know, it's all good. I don't think any of the aircraft from Prepared or FSX are going to work because it has a different flight dynamics model. So I'll keep Prepared 5 installed, but definitely want to use 2020. So okay, I'm going to go to the right a little bit to avoid this cloud. There we go. 2,000 feet horizontally, remember that. Very good. Clear on this side. Honestly, today would have been the day that my family and I went to Walt Disney World. If it wasn't for COVID, so I guess it's a good and a bad. I would rather be in Disney World though, I gotta be honest with you. We had the countdown clock and everything and we saw it today, we were pretty bummed. But can't take chances. Okay, pretty clear of that cloud, so I'll try to get more on course again. What river is this coming up? I do not know. It doesn't have a name on the sectional. Oh wait, it does. Are you ready? It's the Atchafalaya River. So that's what that river is in front of you. And we're not quite there. These lakes actually aren't on the sectional. I'm looking at lakes more ahead, and you can start seeing the clouds rolling in. So we might have to descend down to 4,500. Going above did not work out, and I'm already in the clouds. So we'll descend down to 4,500. Great, we're in this game again. Have some fun. Oh boy. Let's take a look at that weather, huh? While I descend. against. I don't see any weather there yet, but gotta keep descending. There we go. So now you see why we had some lightning and stuff there. Yeah. Alright, I gotta look at the aircraft again, but that's what we're dealing with, and we're just on the outskirts of it. So let's see what happens at 4,500. It's already getting bumpy. Gotta get to the other side of the United States, though. We gotta do this. Alright, looking for that big lake for the Henderson checkpoint. Yeah. Not liking those clouds. I would have already done the 180 if it was real life, I gotta be honest with you. Oh, man. There might be a break ahead, there might not. We will have to see. Again, we're descending from 4,500 to stay out of the clouds. And see what goes on. GoPro camera. Wait, it didn't save it right. Oh, there it did. Oh, whew. I thought it overrode a setting or something. Alright, we're at 4,500. Kicking the RPMs here. Alright, well, we're doing okay. These storms, but well, we shall see. That's what it looks like outside. Not terrible. It's interesting. We're about over the Henderson thing. Do you see Big Lake? Yes, you do. Alright, so we get right to about here. I'm going to call our next checkpoint. Try 22 minutes. It's going to be 23. So mark 23 down there. And we shall continue on with our next checkpoint after that. Alright, next checkpoint's in 6 minutes. It's Kilo Lima Foxtrot Tango, which is Lafayette Regional Airport. Should be on the left. And we would be clearing Class Charlie around it by 500 feet. Top is at 4,000. So, excuse me. Looking pretty good. You see the clouds might be thickening a little. Still better than what I had going to New Orleans. So. And there's the rain, because you can never have a flight without rain, it seems. So if you're watching for the first time, you know, feel free to introduce yourself if you like to on chat. More than welcome to chat with anybody. I know I streamed 2 nights ago and I got a lot of followers out of that. We have lots of questions we were throwing out. about general aviation and private pilot requirements, and it's refreshing. It basically took my mind off the flying though a little bit. But I have no problem answering any questions anyone has to the best of my ability, because again, I'm human, so I'm not going to remember every little fact. But what the amount of rain we got here, we're going to go for it though. Rain's not the problem. It's the visibility we're worried about with the clouds, so. We're soldiering through it. That's a lot of rain though. Slight updrafts here. Gonna be interesting. Alright, Lafayette should be on our left. I'd have to rock the wings to see it from there, so let me get my position here. Is that it out there? Could be. There's a lake. More in front of me, actually. Man, it's getting a little more turbulent, so. Oh boy. It was like this in the earlier flight today, too. There's no avoiding it. No avoiding it at all. Not going to see Lafayette that good. And the clouds, they're not really coming down. Just one of my sides, so we'll go to the right a little bit. The real world, you can anticipate them better because they don't just appear out of nowhere, so. See, those updrafts are making me go up slightly though. Some heavy turbulence here. Interesting. Alright, well, we're going to call Lafayette 29 minutes or so. And we will keep soldiering on to get through this rain and clouds and all the storms, so. 29 is what I actually calculated, so 36 minutes rain, R-A-Y-N-E, which is another visual checkpoint on the sectional. It's the town of Rain, or the city of Rain. I don't even know which one it is. I don't live in Louisiana, so. But I see it on the sectional, and that's what matters. Yeah. That's an updraft. Could be sleet, as long as it's not hail, you know. Oh, there's the lightning. Yeah, we're doing good. Alright, well, if you see the yellow bar indicator on the top of the stream there, that shows you how far away I am from Lake Charles. We're almost halfway there, so let's get up there in the weather, shall we? Alright, hardest thing is keeping it level. And I know, we're just gonna go for it though. I would never do this in real life, but I gotta get all these around the USA flights going here. So we're just gonna go for it. I wouldn't be laughing in real life, by the way, but here we are. This Baton Rouge where we took off. Lake Charles is there, and there's the storms. So we're gonna have some fun. Maybe I can sneak in here. I don't know. But anyone can get it. It's actually check up, fly live, and it's like basically a plug-in for OBS. If you use OBS, I'm sure you can use it with any other streaming software too. Fly live, and I tried it for the first time a couple flights ago, and it's pretty cool. You gotta leave the client running while you're doing the sim and everything, and you have to put in where you're going, but then it kind of figures everything else out. So, and you need is it Sim Connect? You might need Sim Connect for it. So. If I get a little more stable, I'll try to send you a link to where it is. So if you don't stream, then it's not going to show up because it's basically meant for streaming only. Yeah, it's not on my sim at all right now. It's just right into the streaming software. So. Alright, we'll keep riding this out. Doing our best. It's pretty violent though. And yeah. They gotta have something like that though, if you needed something like a plug-in somewhere. Because I mean it's just happening to the data coming out of the simulator. I know my GPS with the Avera app, it has its own little app that connects to the Wi-Fi through the simulator and sends all the data to the tablet like real life. So, and that's how I use the GPS here, just like I do in real life. So, it's like a simulated GPS, if you will. Alright, it calmed down a little bit. I don't expect it to last though, but we're doing well. Town of Rain will be way out here somewhere. So that's what we're looking for next while we stay on the flight path here. And holding the 259 is pretty good, so. And here I was complaining about not being able to fly in the real world today because of 27 knot gusts. It's all good. Oh, boy. Steady as she goes. Oh, that's some nice lightning right there. It's all good. Oh yeah. More of a look on the outside on what we're dealing with here. But I decided to do this daytime because it was nighttime. You might not see all those clouds up there. I mean, you have the weather reports, obviously, but you'd have to keep it low, and it could get a little more hairy than what it is right now. So, we're making it through. So, view from behind, do a panoramic swirl here. So, yeah. That's what we're looking at. Alright, rain will be coming up soon. Now I mean rain as in precipitation, I mean rain as in the town of Rain as my checkpoint. I said 36 minutes. I got 34:50 on my stopwatch here. So I figure it'd take about another minute or so. Oh yeah, hear that roar. Yeah. Not gonna see much for the town through these clouds though, so we'll have to use the GPS to estimate that I'm away for a long of time, so. And we might be entering some cloud layer here. So you might have to descend even further. I'm gonna descend. We'll go down to 2,900. Seems to be one of my favorite altitudes lately. Because of all the cloud coverage and the weather. Yeah. As long as you make it there, that's what matters, right? We shall see. So Rob, are you flying it tonight at all, or what's the story with you? Yeah, alright. Well, if I do decide to do that next leg, I will welcome you on if you wanted to, but I'm going to decide that when I get there, so we'll have to see what time it is and stuff. But typically it'll be about an hour leg. I have to look what the next leg is after this. Alright, we're right about there at rain at 36 or 37 minutes. I'll count 37, I'll add a minute on. And that's quite the amount of rain right there, so we'll just keep descending to 2,500. Get a little distance on the clouds. I mean 2,900, right? I said that. I think I did. Alright, 37 check mark. So it's 48.56 on 04. Alright, so we should be in Jennings, which again is another visual check mark if I remember right. Yep, it's the town of Jennings. And we should be there in a little bit. In other words, 8 minutes if we're, oh wait, not 8, 11 minutes. Yeah, 11 minutes if we're doing well. Alright, 3,500 will enrich in the mixture a little bit. Just don't like those clouds up there. Quite the rainstorm. We are about 55 to 60% there. Here's we are on the flight path there, direct to Lake Charles. Looks like I have a good, maybe little chance of avoiding that heavy rain out there. Baton Rouge to Lake Charles. So, back to the cockpit to see how the descent's going. It's going well. Full rich, because we're going to be under 3,000 pretty soon. And Jennings got quite a way to go. Our next checkpoint is also 3 Romeo 7, which is the airport in Jennings. So we got about 10 minutes. Well, thank you for joining me on this hectic flight. It's still less hectic than the one earlier today, but still has its difficulties. The rain has stopped. Awesome. A little reprieve from the rain. Oh. Well, good. We're back in the clear and calm territory for at least a second. out there should be the town of Crowley, Louisiana. Oh, okay. Well, at least you're getting a new rig though, right? Yeah, I've been there. That was April 2019 for me when I built this computer with my son. So, it's a good feeling once you get it done though. So again, that is Crowley, Louisiana. And so make sure I'm leveled off at 2,900. Get some more RPMs to do that. Trim down at the same time. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it. Sorry, man. Again, if you're joining me from YouTube at all, I say thank you, because I have my real-world flights on Eric Flight, and I also stream all these flights on Twitch and the YouTube channel. But some good videos over there, some real-world flights, and I hope to keep continuing to add to those. I got some small tutorial videos on making flight plans, stuff like that, and yeah, so if you want to check that out, just search for Eric Flight when you get to YouTube, and the channel should pop up. If not, just continue to hang out and enjoy the views. Alright, we're still on course. We're going to overfly the town or city of Jennings. Don't really know if it's a town or city, but it'll be directly in front of us. So that might be it right there. I'm not even sure yet. I have to see as we get closer, so. Oh yeah. Yep. For Tuesday. So I hope to stream that too. Yeah. What do you got for parts again? Still waiting for those 3080s to come out to see how expensive they are. Call me crazy, I might do it if I can finance it at 0%. So, and then because I use the video card for video creation, I can write off parts of it on my taxes, so it kind of helps me there too. Yeah. It's great processors. Yep. Yeah, I think the way to go now is 32 gigabytes of RAM. I built this with 16, but then I upgraded to 32 a couple months ago, so just helps a little bit with everything. Yeah. The RGB lights, I'm just old school. I was building computers like in 2000, 1999, and we didn't have any of that. So, but I do have some of that in my computer. Again, someday I'll make a video on the whole setup, but it's gonna take me some time to get there. So, it's okay to love it though. There's nothing wrong with loving the RGBs. So. I just wanted a powerful computer, so. And I've always used Intel. However, the Ryzen's are very good chips. Very, very good chips. Alright, that indeed looks to be Jennings right in front of us right here. So that will be our next checkpoint. Yeah. But up, and the rain's back. Beautiful. And computers, you know, I mean, the last time I built a computer before this one wasn't like, oh yeah, it's just like that. That's ActiveSky for you with the prepared. Alright, that was to be expected. So, let's see how, see what it looks like out here. It's not terrible. Jennings is right there. We're definitely on course. And, yeah. See, that's pretty crappy. Yeah, it's, you know, it'll be like this in the real world, too. When you fly, if there's rain in the distance, but it's not quite to you yet, you'll just see a shower wall, a wall of just water falling from a cloud. So, it gives you a different perspective on things. But, it's always interesting when you do that. And when you fly in rain, you know, there aren't wipers on like a 172. It just peels right off as you fly. So, you know. Alright. Excuse me. I'm looking for the updated air traffic control and range. I don't really see anything. I'll look at Fantastic just to back myself up on that. No. So, New Orleans International Approach just got online though. So if you're flying around that area, that's where we were earlier today. A lot of scenic stuff there. I've flown them both, but I had my instructor in with the heavy rain, and it just worked out that way. Light rain, I've done that myself. It's really not that bad. Again, the rain typically just goes right off the windshield as you're flying, 'cause you're going that fast. So, if it really gets bad, you just go to instruments and, you know, with me, I probably wouldn't be in that amount of precipitation if I could help it, studying the weather. But it's quite amazing, excuse me. It's quite amazing that, like, you could just fly right through it and not have a problem, except if it's like thunderstorms, then you have the updrafts, downdrafts, stuff like that, you know, so. But yeah, it's a different thing. You're seeing it from a distance again with it's like a wall of water. So I am not instrument rated, no. I'll be going for that maybe next year. Depends on where we are with COVID and stuff. But I am working on cross countries to try to get at least 40 hours out of the way. So they do make you do a little bit of instrument training on private though, and you have to show that during the check ride. So they know that you can read instruments and do it somewhat. Not that you're allowed to go in the clouds or, you know, it's just in case you get trapped in something and you gotta get out of it, so. You don't want to put yourself in that situation in the first place. So. Yeah. They do stick the hood on you, but I think it's 3 hours you need of instrument training for the private. And then what they do typically is he'll make you close your eyes. The instructor will take it and put the aircraft in like an upward position while also turning, and they'll say, hey, head up, fix the aircraft, you gotta fix it. So I'm gonna try. Oh, I know you're talking to me. Yeah. Hopefully as many people as we can will get in that. Alright, that was Jennings at about 48 minutes. I said 48, we're good there. So our next checkpoint, if I pronounce it right, is Lockheed. And that is a small town in right outside Lake Charles. So that'll be on our right, up ahead. This is the town of Welsh, according to the sectional. Then Lockheed is going to be a little further down, so more rain to look forward to. I think we lucked out, though, because if you look at this, whoop, sorry, we're right on the edge of it now. So we might have lucked out just a little bit. We'll see. I was supposed to fly in the real world tomorrow too. I had that as a backup, but I decided not to. I think the weather's going to be a little bad tomorrow too, because that tropical storm up here in the northeast. So I'm hoping to make that fly in. That's my thing. This still isn't as bad as what happened earlier today, though. I could deal with this, so. City of Welsh over here, like I said before, and other than that, it looks to be like a lot of open land here. So, the last couple flights prepared here. I'll keep it installed, but look forward to 2020 like everyone else. So. Yeah, cool. How'd you get it? Yeah. Well, thank you. It's quite awesome. And, yeah. Make it happen, right? Oh, cool. Are you a musician or just happen to have one? Cool. The speakers on the back of mine had 3 monitors set up. I bought them all used, but they're all the same. They're Asus VH7 something or others, but the speakers are pretty bad on them. But I have everything. Right now I'm using my headphones for everything because the kids are asleep, but I have my old Z5500 Logitech speakers. I swear they're the best things ever made. I think I got them in like 2002. And I just hooked them up to a home theater receiver that I bought used off of Craigslist or something for like 70 bucks. And it has like Dolby Digital Plus and all that stuff, so I can watch movies on it and stuff. It's pretty sweet, so. A little finicky when it comes to the HDMI outs with the sound and everything, but. Other than that, looks pretty good, so. I used to be the cool kid in college that had the computer with one of the first DVD drives with the surround sound, so you know where people hung out during the weekends for movies and stuff. It's cool. Alright, well, Cassine, if I'm pronouncing that right, is off to our right, if we can actually see it. It might be that little thing. It's not very big at all. Maybe where that thunderbolt hit, maybe the town is no more. Oh yeah, that sounds great. It'll walk in the park, no problem. Alright, well, we're going to call that checkpoint pretty soon, so. Alright, I have probably about 55 when I get there. I said 56, we'll stick with that because it might be 56. Alright, and our next place is Lake Charles where we'll be landing. So, let's get everything prepared for that now that we're going to get there. Should be there in about 10 minutes or so. So, Lake Charles. ADDONS is 118.75. Let's see what we got. That's Immunicom. Again, one last check for controllers. I don't see anyone, which is fine with me. It's all about the flying and multiplayer and this and that, but air traffic control is cool to have at the same time, so either way, I'm good. Alright, let's start our descent. Traffic pattern altitude. It says 65 MSL, it's probably 1,100. And runway 15. So, let me make sure that that's the right pattern before I commit to anything. Runway 15 has a right pattern. But see, with 009, you think they would do runway 5. So I might override that, because again, for some reason the simulator does that every now and then. Sure, if I do runway 5, that's a left pattern, and that'll actually be a little bit better for us. We could enter in a little bit more straighter than that way. So, let me think about this for a quick second. Yeah, let's do runway 5. Alright. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with speakers if you buy them right the first time. Sorry, I was thinking a lot on that flying stuff. But yeah, you cannot go wrong. The C5500, I don't even think you can get them except on eBay, and they've hawked the price up on those so much that it's difficult to find. I actually didn't have the little surround box that came with it. I didn't have it because I moved, you know, a lot of places since then, and I actually found it in the basement shortly after moving to this house, which is hopefully my forever house. And I decided to keep the receiver though, because I was like, dude, I can like do Dolby Digital Plus and all that stuff on it. So, well, the rules would probably have me on runway 5, Rob. I'm saying that the simulator is messing up because it's saying 15, unless I heard that wrong. So I'm gonna do like real world by doing a left downwind for runway 5. Well, that's what it would be. It makes sense. There's less of a crosswind component. I mean, I can do the crosswind component here. Let's check that out if I can get enough time to do this. I got an awesome app called Flight Winds on here. Alright, 15. I gotta find out the winds again. I think it was 009. was the knots on it. I wrote it down. Alright, let's level out here. At 4, okay? Alright, so I could do runway 15. Now if I do 5, it's about the same. So either way, it's about the same on the crosswind. It's about 3 knots. So it's definitely something it's doable within my minimums, but I'll do runway 15 then, Rob. I'll make you happy. Alright, there's the airport in front of us. Let me make sure I got the right runway 15, and that's a right pattern, so we'll do it that way. Alright. Lake Charles traffic says they're 9 Echo Foxtrot, 4 miles to the northeast. We're going to set up a right downwind 45 for runway 15, Lake Charles. Which means I have to go south of the airport and go on the other side for a right downwind. So, yep, you got it, Rob. This is for you. Seeing that I can't make it to Ohio anytime soon. Right pattern. Okay, a quick look outside. Lake Charles being out there. And north of the airport is where Lake Charles, the actual town or city, is. But they must have some civilization here as well. That's what the land class is showing. So, see what happens. I could do a right crosswind, seeing that there's no traffic, so maybe we'll just do that too. Who knows? But I think I'm just going to do downwind. I think it's safer. And it's something I would more likely do in the real world, even if it was okay to do the right crosswind. So. Just give a little more descent there. Just trim that down just slightly. And make this happen. Oh, sweet. I used to do Dungeons & Dragons way back in the day. I didn't get totally into it, but my brother and I used to get the books and stuff. Lake Charles, here we come. Sorry, that's default scenery. There's not much I could do. There's nothing out there for Lake Charles. It's that popular. Lake Charles traffic says an Echo Foxtrot transversing through the south of Lake Charles. Gonna set up 45 right downwind for runway 15, Lake Charles. Alright, level out 1100. Well, you know, there's time for everything. My mom was a high school teacher during the 1980s when it became a big craze, but everyone thought it was satanic. So when I started buying the books and getting interested, she's like, oh, I don't know about this. And she was a nice lady. It wasn't like, you know, we were deeply religious or anything, but it was just the connotation, I guess, back in the 80s when it got big. I could listen to Motley Crue, but I couldn't play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. It's all good. Oh. She also didn't want me flying. If she was still with us, I don't know if she'd be happy or not that I'm a pilot. She tried making my brother and I both swear that we never become pilots after the JFK thing. She was a great person, though. Yeah, she meant well. She was just looking out. She's the one that signed the papers for hockey when my father wouldn't, though. I took that all the way through high school, so you know. I think she would have gotten into playing with me, let's put it that way. Might take her a little while to warm up, but, you know. My wife, she won't touch it. Lake Charles traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, 2 miles out in the 45, right downwind, runway 15, Lake Charles. Alright, here we go. Gonna get this landing done. And another leg of our trip will be complete. I'll have to see what I plan for the next leg, so. Alright. It's not much of this airport. But I'm trying to be realistic about airport choices as well. Last year I was like totaling the fuel consumption and how much it would cost and what it would be for a hotel. I got really intricate with it because I just wanted to see what that would be like in the real world. So. It's pretty good on the alignment there for right for me. I usually fly a lot of right patterns. Alright. Lake Charles traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, midfield, right downwind, runway 15, Lake Charles. Beam those numbers, carb heat goes on. Carb heat on. Good. Back to 1900. In the real world it'd be 17. And we're under 110, so I do not. I just have a nice desk from, God, what do you call it there? The place that makes you go all the way through it. It's a gaming desk with 3 monitors, and I have all the Saitek panels around me. So, but I never really got into making an actual cockpit like other people. So, I also use this for video creation and stuff like that. Where did that tower come from? Geez, makes you wonder. All right, let's turn base. Should be about 80 still. Just a little worried about that tower. I didn't know where that came from, but. Alright. We're good. Back to 17 and B15 in the real world. It's just a car not a mile down to 10 degrees. Turning final. I don't think I'll ever get the full blown cabin set up. So I think the green screen is good enough, right? To have a nerdy thing like that. And Lake Charles traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, final runway 15, Lake Charles. That is a video playing behind a ping file which can have transparency. That's what that is. It's actually the same cloud video that I use, 30 degrees, in the beginning of the stream and also at the end of the stream. So when you see the end of the stream picture, it's the same video except I cropped it to the inside picture of the cockpit of this plane. So, and full flaps. About 65, 60, we're looking good. Oh, thank you. I'm trying out that software though, but I want to get a real green screen because it just works better. So it's working pretty good tonight though. I gotta give it to it. So and let it settle. Flare. And I could have flared a little bit more. That's my problem on the 172. Sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't get it enough. So I'll keep working on that. Carpet off, flaps up. So I chart right there. There's not much for runways here. There's a general aviation wrap though, so I'll take the next taxiway off. And so it's basically like a picture with some transparent windows and a video of clouds going behind it. So yeah, I thought of that last night. See, I spend my time on that when I don't fly, other than just with family. So, but I like being creative. It's the musician in me. So I was trained as a professional musician. Alright. Lake Charles, says in 9 Echo Foxtrot, clear of runway 15, Lake Charles. Go to the checklist. After landing, flaps up, carpet off, strobes off. Landing lights I like to leave on, taxi I like to leave on. Trim to take off. There we go. Alright. We're good to go right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow Foxtrot and go left of the tower to the FBO, which would be that building straight ahead. Right here, I guess. That's about the closest we're going to get. So here we go. It's, takes a little bit of work to do something like that, but once you get it, I have a nighttime version too, so if I'm flying at night, I have like a nighttime video. I actually got that from the simulator. I recorded it, my video of the plane going at night, just outside, and then I streamed that behind the same exact picture, so makes it easy. And I edited the cockpit for textures for every flight, so I'll show it to you in a second, show you where I got it from. So I park at the FBO over here. Okay, we have arrived, Lake Charles. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try to post it because even though I'm listening to the Soarin' Q loop on, because I would have been in Disney tonight for the first night of a trip if it wasn't for COVID. I usually stream some Sky Blue Radio because I like the variety, so that's why I post there. And one time I actually talked to some DJs there, so it might have been you, it might have been someone else, I can't remember, but someday, who knows, we could do a lot with that, so. Alright, checklist. ELT verify satellite, avionics off, radio goes off, transponder goes off, and all lights go off except for beacon. Good. Mixture, full lead. Mags off, master off, lights off, parking brakes, and we are good. So welcome to the default version of Lake Charles. Sorry the weather couldn't be better, but there would be an FBO over here. Probably more buildings too, according to the airport diagram. And yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for the raid party that came in here too. That was pretty sweet from Jet Pilot Cinnamon. If you haven't checked him out, please do. He's got a great stream. He kind of made my decision to start live streaming on Twitch to actually do that, because I saw what he was doing. And I figured I'd fly anyways, so I might as well just stream it as well. And if you're viewing on YouTube at all, I'm glad that you might be a potential subscriber on my YouTube channel, because that's really where I got my start. And I post my real world flight videos there and everything. Also, shout out to the Virtual USA Flying Club. It's a great general aviation kind of club. We'd love to have more members. We actually have a fly-in celebrating the first anniversary tomorrow night. I'm going to try to make it to that. Rob's part of that. And other than that, I just want to say thank you very much for everything. And I don't know if I'm going to fly another leg. I think I'm pretty tired. So, yeah. feel free to tune in on future flights. I'll be streaming. Just make sure you follow so that you know when they are, and I will see you later. Rob, have a great night, bud. Everyone, have a